Hello, hello. Welcome to a Maker Studio. I'm Cheryl and I create over on the Home of My Making Facebook page. So today I want to do a patriotic project with the upcoming July 4th holiday. It's just so appropriate to do. So the good thing is you can turn any of our stencils into a patriotic theme just with the color choices of your paint, your chalk art, or your gel art ink. So today I'm going to start with a stencil. It's called Hello Summer. Really cute. It comes in a couple of different sections. You could use all these individual. You could even use the word hello by itself or the word summer by itself. So this is an 8.5 by 11. It's called Hello Summer. So as per usual, if you are on this page right now, go ahead, or even later on watching in replay, go ahead and tag 3 friends in the comments below and share this tutorial and you will be in the giveaway for this stencil. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start with a wooden round. I did get this at Hobby Lobby. And the first thing I'm going to do is take a ruler. Now you could do this on a square piece. You don't necessarily have to do it on a round, and you don't even have to do it on wood. You could actually do this on canvas. So I just put a line there, and what I want to do is take some tape so that I can put the tape, and this is a good removable tape that won't stick to your surface. It's a painter's tape, so it doesn't have a lot of stickiness to it. So I'm just lining it up against that line that I put on the board. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use some one-step paint today. And I have a color, and this is from the Amy Howard at Home line. It's called, Frankly, Scarlet. So what I did is I put it in another little container just because I like to work out of the littler containers better. And I'm going to paint the top half of this board with this Frankly Scarlet color. So I am going to go away from the tape mark so that I am less likely to have it seep under the tape, which if I wanted to be brave, I would go that way, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want this red. I'm not going to get it on the sides. I'm only going to do the surface of this board. Also, this is a one-step paint, which basically means you don't have to prime your surface or sand it. And it is a chalk-based paint, so it's a water-based paint. And one step doesn't necessarily mean one coat. So I'm going to see if I need a second coat on here. All different woods kind of soak up the paint differently. I want it to be pretty opaque, full coverage, and no shading. So I am going to hit it with a heat gun. That's not part of the process, but because I am on a live, I'm just going to hit it with a heat gun so that it can get dry quicker. Again, since it is a water-based paint, it dries pretty quick. If you have the time to sit and let it dry in between coats, that's what you need to do. So it does not have as full coverage as I'd like, so I am going to apply a second coat over the coat that I just put on there. Again, if you're just hopping on, I'm Cheryl from over on the Home of My Making Facebook page, here on the A Maker Studio Facebook page, showing a stencil called Hello Summer, and this is what it looks like. So if you just hopped on, go ahead and tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, and you will be in the giveaway for this particular stencil. Also, all of the products that I used are linked up in the description section. So when you get off of this video, or I get off of this video, go ahead and look at the top description of the video, and all the links are there so you could check out the stencils. We do have many more colors of the paint, and this is the chalk paint that I use in all of my projects on the Home of My Making page. Okay, I think I got it where I want it. I'm gonna pull this tape off. I am going to dry it again so that it does dry. So if you just hopped on, I took this round and I marked off probably not quite half of it with a pencil, and then I took the tape and ran it across, and I just got done doing 2 coats of the Frankly Scarlet in the Amy Howard at Home brand of paint. And I'm going to make this into a patriotic project, even though typically the stencil is not patriotic. But the good thing is you could turn anything patriotic with color, right? So you could use this stencil in your summer colors and it will have a totally different look. I'm on this project using red, white, and blue to turn it into a patriotic project since we have the 4th of July coming up. And you could do that with any of our stencils. Just use red, white, and blue, and it turns it into a patriotic theme. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take another one-step paint. This is called Midnight Dreams. Love this blue. Been using it through the Memorial Day, Flag Day, and 4th of July holiday on my page so that I can create patriotic projects, if I can get into the container. And it's blue enough that it's not a navy, and so you could tell it's blue and not on the black side. So I love the color. I'm going to take another paintbrush, make sure that seam is down, and again I'm going to work away from the tape. Look at this color, isn't it beautiful? I have blue in my decor, so I do a lot of projects with this paint, not necessarily only patriotic, but it's such a great color. And I don't know if you guys know, but you can use the paints with the stencils. I always suggest using a foam dome brush instead of a spreader when you're using paint, instead of gel art ink or chalk art, and it pairs fabulously with the stencils as another medium to pair with the stencils. So this is like a really, really, really pretty color. I don't know if I'll need 2 coats, but I'm going to dry it again only because I need to move on with the project, and I'm going to see if it's blotchy. If it is, I will apply another coat. Don't you love that color? So right away you know it's a kind of a patriotic themed project. But you could do the same project with brighter colors or even your stains and create the same thing for summer without it being a patriotic project. I actually think this color covered with 1 coat. So I'm not going to have to apply a second coat. It's deep enough and it has enough coverage that I'm happy with the results. I am going to pull this up just like that. And so now I have half red and about a little less than half in the blue. So I am going to get this dry because I need it dry to proceed with the next part of the project. So I see just a little bit of white here, or like it's the wood grain coming through. I'm just going to take a little brush and I'm going to run it across this little line because I don't want the wood to show. Just getting that little bit of wood that peeked through from the tape. Again, no mistakes in crafting. You can fix everything. This way it doesn't look white, because it kind of looked white because of the board being that lighter wood color. Now I don't see it. So this color is Frankly Scarlet, and this color is the Midnight Dreams. Love it. Definitely screams red, white, and blue for the upcoming July 4th season. Again, use colors of your choice. This would look really good with your teal colors. We have them in the one-step paint, so you can make this a summer project just using different colors. Okay, so I got that where I wanted it to be, the red and the blue. Now I'm going to take the stencil. If you're new to a Maker Studio stencils, they are a tri-mesh stencil. They're adhesive and they're reusable. They come in this sleeve with a little backing board to keep it stable. Keep that. And then you have your stencil. What I'm going to do is, these are cut lines if you don't want to use the whole stencil. Some of the stencils have that if you're not using the whole stencil in its entirety, because the design isn't all one piece. So I'm going to put that to the side. So you still got some flip-flops, a sun, and a watermelon on there. I am going to use this part of the stencil. Now this line is a cut line, so I'm not going to want to get that in the project. So what you do is remove it from the backing. Again, save the backing that it came off of, because that's where you're going to put it when it's cleaned and dried. Back onto that backing and back into that sleeve, and that's how you get the reusable part. Now the good thing about this stencil is that cut line is giving me some guide to where I want to put it on this board. So that worked out for this particular project. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hand and get it flush with the surface. So that's important when you're using the stencils. Make sure there's no bubbles or, you know, anything, and get it flat. So that's what I have. Now I'm going to take our gel art ink in it's a white color, but it's called Well I Declare. Now we have spreaders, we have squeegees, we have all different kinds of applicators for the gel art ink, your paints, your chalk arts. I like to use the spreader a lot because I can cut it and get more control out of it as far as handling it. One thing I like to do is just to apply a little bit of product at a time, so that especially when you're dealing with the gel art ink containers, you can't really put some back in there. So I just like to spread it a little bit on at a time. And if I need more, I go back and get it. Another tip that I like to say is I always start where it's gray. I really never put the ink or the paint exactly on where that mesh is, because I don't want to have a problem with all that whatever product you're using get under the stencil. So just start where the gray is. Just go ahead and push it through the stencil. I am going to be mindful not to get this line. And you know what? You could do the line. I'm not going to do it, because if that line came totally down to here, I probably would do it. But that's really a cut line. It's not part of the design. So let's be mindful. I'm mindful not to go off the board. And I'm going to be mindful not to get that little cut line in my design. So as you see, you could see it turning white. You could see the red disappearing. That's when you know, because the surface is red underneath, you push the product correctly through the stencil and it adhered to the surface. So I am looking to see if I have any red peeking through, which means then I missed a spot on this side of the project. Looks good. We also have a Maker Studio little symbol there. You could put that on there if you want. I try to miss that too. And now I'm going to go through the bottom. The bottom has all different kinds of ice cream cones. So with the contrast of this blue paint and the white gel art ink, they're going to pop. Again, just making sure once I spread the ink on here, that the blue disappears and I see that I have the white gel art ink pushed through the stencil. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this off the board and it's going to reveal the design. What you guys need to do at home is to maintain your stencils. You need to get them clean right away. You don't want any of this product to stay in there. That's how you would maintain the stencil. So I'm going to pull it off and reveal the design. So see all that product in there? What you guys need to do right now is go ahead and rinse that off. Go to the nearest sink and rinse it off. Lay this sticky side up, which is this side, and let it dry. Then you'd put it back on to its backing in that sleeve, and that would complete how you were going to maintain your stencils for future reusable use. I have a water bath over there, and I do that because I'm on a live and I don't want to get up and go rinse it off. I did get some chocolate on there from my hand. So this is what I have so far. So isn't that cute? Now again, you could do the same project in different colors and have more of a summer theme. One more thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to get my cover and close that up. These are water-based paints in chalk art. You do want to keep your containers closed. I'm going to take some rope, and all I'm going to do is, actually, let me just get this a little dry because I don't want it to smear while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to take some rope, and I'm going to take a glue gun. I'm just going to put a piece of glue right here. Now, because it's a summer project, I always think rope screams summer, and I'm just going to go around the perimeter of this board with some rope. Now, if you're going to make this into a summer theme, maybe, well, I think the rope would still be appropriate actually for the summer theme, but you could use a ribbon if you're using something that has a side like this, just to give it a little bit more dimension and detail. And just put it around the perimeter of your surface. And then that will complete a patriotic project done with the Hello Summer stencil. Again, if you guys just hopped on and are watching, don't forget to tag 3 friends and you will be in the giveaway for this particular stencil. Again, you don't have to make it a patriotic themed. You could use different color paint, and we have a lot of teal colors that I think if you took 2 shades of the teal paint and did it with the white gel art ink, I think you would get a really cute summer version of this project instead of a patriotic version. Now, the funny thing is you could use all our stencils and turn them into patriotic. Like I said, you just use red and blue and white themed products. So let me just get a scissor and cut that to where it ends. So I just am butting it up to the last piece that or the beginning that I started with. Just get that a little bit shorter. And that is a patriotic themed Hello Summer project. So what do you think? Simple and easy. Again, with the red and the blue and the white, it made it patriotic. So go ahead and don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial. And think out of the box when you're using the stencils to create some patriotic or even other seasonal things, just the color is going to make it. So thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial. And all the supplies are up in the description section of this tutorial so that you can look and see it, go search them out and see what you like. So there you go.